today's Daily Insights. This is day 12 of our episodes. What does it take to grow? On behalf of Pastor Lucy Painter Daily Insights, this is Jane Lenny. Today we look at habit number 7. In order to grow, we need to give stewardship. In order to grow, we need to give stewardship. Stewardship is about recognizing where our resources come from and what we should do with them. The word steward describes a person who takes care of or manages something for someone else. Understanding and practicing good stewardship is a crucial part of becoming mature followers of Jesus. It helps us develop a more complete picture of our relationship to God and prioritize our finances, values, and lives around the things that matter most. Today, there are a wide range of professions, roles, and situations that could be described as stewards or fall under stewardship. You've probably heard someone refer to a flight attendant who is hired by an airline to take care of its passengers as a stewardess. Financial advisors are stewards of whatever assets you put in charge of them. When you house sit for someone, you are stewarding their house. If someone asks you to watch their things while they go to the bathroom, that makes you a steward for the next few minutes. Anytime you're responsible for something that belongs to someone else, that is stewardship. Biblical stewardship challenges us to recognize that God is the true owner of everything and that He expects us to manage His resources in a certain way. Psalms 24 verse 1. The earth is the Lord's and everything in it, the world, and all who live in it. Since God owns everything, all that we have comes from Him, not just our resources. All wealth, honor, strength, power, and authority belongs to Him too. 1 Chronicles 29 verse 12. Wealth and honor come from you. You are the ruler of all things. In your hand are strength and power to exalt and give strength to all. In our day-to-day lives, there are times when we feel we've earned something by our own merit or effort. But even then, God is the one who deserves the credit and has true ownership. While they are in our possession, we have the choice to use God's resources however way we want. We can invest them in all ourselves and use them on things that only matter to us. Or we can use the resources in ways that advance God's interests. 1 John 3:17-18. If anyone has material possessions and sees a brother or sister in need but has not pity on them, how can the love of God be in that person? Verse 18. Dear children, let us not love with words or speech, but with actions and in truth. Proverbs chapter 28 verse 27. Those who give to the poor will lack nothing, but those who close their eyes to them receive many curses. Stewardship isn't about giving back to God. It's about using what He has given us to accomplish something that matters, something of impact. We have a responsibility to steward God's grace. God has given each of us gifts. When we use them to serve other people, especially those who cannot repay us or do not deserve that service, we are sharing His grace with others. 1 Peter chapter 4 verse 10. Each of you should use whatever gift you have received to serve others as faithful stewards of God's grace in its various forms. Every Christian should aim to be a good steward of the resources, gifts, blessings, and responsibilities God has given them. As you strive to be a good steward, it should cause you to think differently about the things in your possession. Everything belongs to God, and everything He gives us represents new opportunities in our lives to serve others and share the love of Christ. Again, part of being a good steward is giving money towards causes that are close to God's heart. This could mean giving to your church, to a ministry, a non-profit, or a cause that is dear to you and close to your heart. It could also mean supporting a missionary or simply practicing generosity in your community. Giving is one aspect is stewardship, but it often becomes the focus because it's one of the clearest examples of how we use God's resources wisely, and giving to the church was one of the main ways that early Christians practiced stewardship. The early church recognized that everything they had was really God's, and they knew they could accomplish far more by pulling their resources together. Your church has prayerfully decided on a mission that they believe God has called them to fulfill, and they've thoughtfully decided on the best way to allocate their resources to accomplish that mission. When you give to your church, you're using the resources God has entrusted to you to participate in their mission. 2 Corinthians chapter 9 verse 7. Each of you should give what you have decided in your heart to give, not reluctantly or under compulsion, for God loves a cheerful giver. Luke chapter 6 verse 38 says, "Give and it shall be given to you. Good measure, pressed down, shaken together, and running over, shall men give unto your bosom. For with the same measure that you give, in the same measure that you shall receive." On behalf of Pastor Lucy Painter Daily Insights, this is Jane Lenny, taking you through What Does It Take to Grow episodes. God bless you. Shalom. Shalom.